Hi, knife fans. A little video, I think the first in this year. I just watched Schnorres 58. I always watch him. And he showed Dick Duck knives. And he made some of these knives to clip point knives. And actually, on my knives, this happened actually by kind of accident. I prefer drop point. And in the moment I turned back to my old knives here. I'm carrying this here, and I put my loved Magna Cut knives away. This is a much smaller package, and I like it to carry this because it's smaller, more lightweight, and it looks more like a small utility knife. Nobody gets shocked. And before Magna Cut, actually this S30V knife here was my sharpest knife. You know, I had a lot of S35VN knives, and I hate this steel. This doesn't do the cigarette paper cut, because there are some kind of not so tiny particles in there. Like this a lot. I have my watch in here, and here a fire starter, that's all. And this is my pocket. I took this out because I want to show you. Usually I sharpen my knives, and by sharpening my knives, the tip always gets dull. I make my tips always super. You see, I can hook under the skin here. Super sharp and super pointy. And when I sharpened it, the point gets dull. It gets sometimes really round on the tip here. And so what I do, I grind it back from here. And I have a lot of space, especially with these drop points. I always go here, and I can do it actually almost forever. But when I use a knife a lot of times, it goes away, and it comes down more and more, the tip. And okay, here something else happened, but I made this here a clip point once, but it's not really a clip point. It's going this, and then it falls down. It's almost like a utility knife. This is my this S30V2. This is my kind of tiny utility knife. It's not really sharp. I used it. So it's not 100% sharp anymore. But this is kind of a clip point too, my smallest one. But I had this made to a clip point for a long time, but this was always a little bit more round than flat. I just flattened it out after seeing Schnorres' video. And this is a total clip point now. I shortened this blade because we have this 12 centimeter law in Germany. Actually, it doesn't... it's not for folders. Actually, on folders you can have more than 12 centimeters. But because I saw in TV once that cops always check for this 12 centimeters. Sometimes they don't know this knife law. They have no idea about the knife law, and they just check 12 centimeters. And for that reason, I shorted this to 12 centimeters. So I thought I can tell them here this is under 12 centimeters. This is a two-hand open knife, and this is fine. And this is something what I carry a lot in the woods and everywhere. And I use this for chopping. This is really a good chopper. Even you don't believe this is Triad Block took everything. Last time I watched Joe X. He destroys all the knives, and I was really amazed how many knives they just he hit them against the iron pole, and they just the blades are just breaking and flying away. And but I don't want to talk about this now. I have my the hardest stuff. The blade he almost couldn't break was Scrama. the Terereve Scrama. And this is made in 80 CRV2. So for bigger knives, I'm a 80 CRV2 steel fan too. Hardened to 59 Rockwell, and this Scrama is even hardened to 60 Rockwell. And when he couldn't break it, and he bended it very far, and it came always back to zero. And I was really impressed about this 80 ZRV2 steel with the right heat treatment. It's much prior than all the other stuff. I put Joe X under here. It's amazing how easy knives break. Okay, it's kind of stupid because knives are not made to torture them like this. This is cutting tools, so you don't do things he is doing with the knives. But it's always comforting me in my head when I know my knife is strong and can take something. And this was almost a drop point too, and I fixed it to a real drop point right now, and I like it a lot. This is kind of a Russian knife. This came with some kind of, I think it was nickel, or they made something around. It looks very shiny, and I wanted to etch it with iron stuff, and by this all the nickel or what it was came off, and you could see this stuff in here that it's kind of forged badly or whatever. But the steel is awesome. This knife cuts like a dream. This steel holds an edge good. This is good stuff. I like this. And it gets razor sharp, as you can see. Like this a lot. And I use this a lot in the kitchen. This is many times my kitchen knife. So it got sharpened a lot. You even can see it's always coming down more and more thinner in this direction here, because I sharpened so much stuff away. And now I made it a clip point, and I think I like it very much. Maybe I don't use it in the kitchen anymore. I use another one and put this away. I like this. I shortened the handle. I like the shorter handle, and I like the whole package. I like the sheath. It stays very good in there in the sheath. I put some epoxy in here in the sheath, and to get it out you have to wiggle this a little bit, and then you can pull it out. Otherwise it's not coming out. Then I invented this method here. I can put this behind my belt or whatever, and I just pull this over here, and then it's on my belt. Like this knife a lot too. Okay, these are my 3 clip point knives. 3 clip point knives. I kind of made myself a clip point, and I think there are many knives they are following. I don't buy knives anymore. When I see something, I always have it already. I saw this Kaiser knife with a hole in there with the index finger, and I like this a lot, a very short one. A little bit like the Browse knife, but I have the Browse knife, and I made my own kind of index finger knife, and I already have something like this. And even other knives, when I always look something, I always already have something like this, and it's kind of stupid to buy always new stuff, and it's just laying around or hanging around somewhere, and you never use it. So I quit this stupid stuff, buying every knife I see, and there's so much coming out. You can spend all your money on this stuff, and I go for more for stuff I really need. I never went out into the woods right now. It was cold, and I was lazy, but as soon as it warms up a little bit, I will go out and use my new throwing knives. But this is not what I want to show. Okay, let's put together my steel knives. I like S30V. I love Magna Cut, S30V too. I don't like S35VN. This is not so nice. This is BD1. This is gets dull really fast. I forgot what this is, but this is actually pretty good. And for bigger knives and strong knives, if you want a knife that doesn't break and holds up very good, it's AT-CRV2 steel. It's actually an amazing steel to be tough and strong. This Joe X, I put the link under here, he even hit 3V knives against his pole, and they just pling, and they exploded and were falling apart. And even most stuff they sell as really strong and tough, they are not. Like I said, the Scrammer knife was crazy. It's almost undestroyable. You can destroy everything, but this Joe X had a hard time to destroy this knife. And yeah, I put the links under here. Thank you for watching. Peace and